Hi and welcome back to my channel. This week the Genisys system destroys my batteries as I find them at 0.5 volt. So this is the Genisys system control panel in the back of the van, and this is it actually on the dashboard. And we also have 3 AGM batteries in the back. Now if you can see in the top left hand corner there are 2 fuse holders. Now if you pull the fuses out of those, that will actually shut the Genisys system down. Well, there is another fuse, but we'll get to that in a bit. The left hand battery is for communications, the middle battery and the right hand battery are for the auxiliary circuit. The communication batteries, which is on the left hand side, that was down at 0.5 volt. We removed the batteries from their holders, took them out, disconnected them all, tried putting them on a charger, and the charger was saying, yep, you can have 12.8 volts, left it overnight, disconnected them, and I got 0.5 volt out of it. The other 2 were at 2.5 volt and they never increased. It looked hopeful, but it just didn't work. They're fantastic paperweights, but that's all they are. Apparently, I've been told they're worth £250 each. If that's true or not, I don't know, but it still sounds very expensive to me. So as we go into the back of the van and up the ramp, the white cupboard that you see over there has its panel off because I've had to unscrew it. The batteries are behind it. After finding out the batteries were past their prime, I then acquired a leisure battery, 100 ampere, and slotted it behind the jump pack and underneath those 3 AGM batteries for the auxiliary circuit. So I connected up the auxiliary circuit, connected up the jump pack to the communication circuit, and then proceeded to remove the fuses. You remove it from the communication circuit and you remove it from the auxiliary circuit, and you then remove it from the chassis circuit. Then the Genisys system turns off. It has no way of powering itself. Unbeknown to me, which I'll show you in a second, the communication circuit part of it stays on, which is basically GPS if the vehicle is stolen, you know, and also it also records. So there's an SD card a writer in there, and that's on all the time. And well, when I put the fuse back in, it drained my my jump pack's down to 4 volts, as you will see. Connect this one up. I'll try to. There we go. And that hasn't powered anything, excellent. So, if I now power up the auxiliaries, if I can ever see what I'm doing. There we go. And all of a sudden the lights come on and all the rest come on now.
Warning, communications battery low. Start engine immediately. Warning, auxiliary battery low. Start engine immediately.
Right, so all of this goes off.
Warning, chassis battery low. Start engine immediately. Auxiliary load shedding, stage 1. Auxiliary load shedding, stage 2.
See, so it's at 11.4.
Chassis load shedding, stage 2.
Comes back to at 4 volt, really? Wow.
Auxiliary load shedding, stage 3.
So that was my horrifying moment when I noticed that my jump pack had gone down to 4 volts. I thought, disconnect the fuses, and the Genisys system will shorten that to Jenny. So Jenny was quiet and she'd shut down, and she had. Unbeknown to me, GPS recording of where you're being stolen to happens in the background. So do you ever try nicking an ambulance? Good luck, you're going to get caught. So anyway, so I then had to proceed and try and find the voltage drain. For short term, all I did was I just disconnected the jump lead, then it powered that circuit down completely, and I was okay for a couple of days. But I still wanted to find this drain. I'm busily working in the background here because I want to put some circuit breakers in, fuse holders in, and the circuit breakers are just for me to be able to turn Jenny off, because if I have a 3 or a 4 o'clock or even a before 7 o'clock start, I don't want to turn Jenny on and then I go voltage shedding, you know, and all this sort of like, and chassis battery's low. I know the chassis battery's low, thank you very much. So I wanted to be able to quick turn her off and quickly turn her on. Just a bit of humour here. The wife has actually turned round and said she's going to buy me a circuit breaker. I don't know what she means by that.
Warning, communications battery low. Start engine immediately.
So after I put in the circuit breaker in the rear for the comms circuit and also for the auxiliary circuit, I then put the circuit breaker in line for the chassis circuit.
Battery low. Start engine immediately. Warning, chassis battery low. Start engine immediately.
So now we've sorted out Jenny and we can actually turn her off. I'm still finding that she's still chirping when she shouldn't be chirping, or not when I want her to chirp. So I think I found a workaround to mute her. Look, there are 2 speakers in the cab and 1 speaker in the back. So if I connect the leads back up, she'll carry on chirping. This way, we have the best of both worlds. Thanks for watching my channel. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It's completely free.